This is a bit of an overdue video, but I wanted to give a tour of the area that I'm living in, and a little bit of the brewery as well. So this is just outside the brewery. This building is the brewery and sobe restaurant, or noodle restaurant. The back of the brewery here, right now I'm actually working with cleaning some bottles and getting them onto the bottling line. But this is a somewhat busy street, but really we're about 100 miles north of Tokyo, so it's a bit more rural than you would think. Now the building itself is about 95 years old, and it was renovated 16 years ago. But here's the entrance to the brewery. Owner's wife. To the right we've got the sobe restaurant inside the bottling line and packaging area. And then this goes right inside the sake brewery. Sake brewery is closed right now, but you can see the steamer right there, and it's being used a bit for storage right now. Sake is really being transferred during this month and bottled and filtered, but starting in actually just about a week or so, it's going to kick back up into production. We're going to be making a lot of daiginjo sakes, which in my opinion really are the best. Otherwise we've got the garden, the office, and this really is the brewery. The architecture here is really nice. Ancient Japanese style of tilings, and there's a bit of detail in really every aspect of this architecture. So this is the sake brewery, and sorry for my postponement of making this video. Now that I'm walking back through the back alleyway of the brewery, I wanted to show you what else the brewery owns in the back here, behind the main walls. But these are a lot of gardens that, surprisingly, on December 17th, I believe it is right now, they're still growing. Even despite the frost this morning, it was in the high 20s Fahrenheit, or about -2 or so for Celsius. So I am a bit surprised that these crops are still growing. But these are fresh vegetables that are used in the sobe restaurant, so you're really getting some really nice food there. In this building we've got the rice polishing room, and to the left inside we've got the Kiuchi distillery, where a lot of beers and sakes are distilled. Here's the rice polishing center. But there really is a neat aspect about the brewery that I'd actually read first online. But in the back here, there's one of the owners made or started planting a vineyard, and planted some Cabernet grapes. So it's only built as a hobby. I thought it was actually a full vineyard that was used for making commercial wines, but I have tasted the wines and they should be commercial. They're quite good, but the vineyard isn't big enough to make that economically feasible. So here's the vineyard right now. It's not obviously growing right now, and I won't be able to see the growth before I leave, but it's really quite neat to see a hobby such as this, and then to taste the wines that were really quite nice, real full-bodied and fruity. So this is the land behind the brewery. Again, like I said, it's quite a bit rural, but it's nice because it's like a breath of fresh air, and I enjoy the open space, so it's really nice. And actually, this is the one of the owner's houses. It looks like a really nice house, and it's right next to the brewery. Here's one last quick pan of the Kiuchi Brewery from the outside.